And let's look at those numbers on non-farm payrolls. This is the number of jobs that have been created in the United States outside the farming sector over the last month, in the month of August. Come in at 96,000. Let's go over to New York to our reporter, correspondent, Michelle Fleury. Michelle, what do you make of these figures? We were hoping for a bit more, weren't we?
Well, I think economists were looking for around 125,000 jobs to be created. So certainly from Wall Street's perspective, this will be a disappointing number. And I think even beyond, part of the problem we keep seeing here in the United States at the moment is that although jobs are being added, they're not enough to take into account population growth, the people who are sort of entering the labour market, let alone put back those Americans who are out of work back into jobs. Now, at the moment, 12.5 million Americans are considered unemployed. That's not counting those who are considered to be sort of marginally attached to the labour force. In other words, those who've either given up looking or who can't find full-time employment.
And of course, these figures are very political at the moment.
They are. I mean, people have been talking about this figure, Jamie, as being possibly one of the most politically important, certainly in this election cycle, because, of course, there are only 3 more monthly jobs figures to be released before the election on November 6th. This, of course, being one of those 3. As people have been saying, this is very much, voters in America are very much, in some ways, making this a referendum on jobs. Who can do a better job of creating employment? That's why I think people are going to be poring over this. Of course, a bad number potentially hurts President Obama because, as the question or the debate has been a great deal this week, are Americans better off now than they were 4 years ago? A bad jobs report doesn't sort of help answer that question.
Michelle Fleury, thanks very much indeed.